instance you are calling with these three, then immediately whoever see, not only like now we know written some code now, my method this. Tomorrow, so tomorrow one person will come, we will see, okay, line number 16, 17, 18. These are so one professional will come, okay, who is working in senior person. He will think, okay, 16, 17, 18. Okay, he will think 16, 17, 18 are static methods because without any keywords or without any variables, he access directly the methods. That's the purpose of static method, calling static method in the same class. But the thing is, 16, 17 are non-static properties. If you don't know, but instead of 16, 17, instead of calling these two, instead of that, if we are using like using this dot keyword, this keyword, then obviously they will understand, okay, so if you use this dot my method, this dot monthly works, okay, 16, 17 are non-static properties because they are calling, is that are calling using with this keyword. That's why you will understand like non-static, these are like non-static properties. So uh so the thing is, I'm not saying it's wrong, but we should have readability wherever you go. We need to have readability. Okay. So here I can see three things. Your code is perfectly correct, like what I thought the assignment you are done. But here, if the two things are were not there, that would be too good. So one is line number 8. Starting, you are implemented something. Okay, you are trying, so you are doing some experiments. Okay, and you forgot to delete that particular line number 8 because there is no use of line number 8. Okay, now what you did, you created an object there. You declare an object. Okay, line number 1. Second, number 2, comments. Line number 25 is not required. Line number 20 not required. You commented. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The thing is, one is uh, unwanted variables or unwanted creating objects, unwanted creating methods. This should not be there in any code. Okay, because we are dealing with 1G. So now if you take one project, your project will be 10 KB or 10 MB or mostly like 1 MB, 5 MB. But when you are giving with framework, it would be like around 5 GB, 3 GB. And if you keep on creating, it will keep on going to 10 GB. If it is 10 GB, then it is for maintaining it is too like too difficult. So now whenever whatever you create, whenever you are unwanted in your code, is there any unwanted code or unwanted objects, unwanted variables, unwanted methods? First, we should remove that particular things. No, second one, removing them is not commenting. Directly you can remove it. Now you are commenting. So now if you're commenting, if you see that the code will be not good for if you're doing comments or doing something, or it might take some space. So these two things you need to follow. One is line number 8. No, so you read something, but you are not required in future that one. Okay, but you got some other logic, so that the previous logic you should remove, but you didn't remove that, you should do point. Okay, and one more thing, same as like 23 and 27 also, you created some objects and you are did some other logic for that. After that particular logic is work, line number 26 is work, so that you forgot to an initial date something, you init dot date line number 26. Okay, before you tried, but you remove that particular init date 28, so that you uncommented, but that should not be there.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, that it should be removed. And line number 16 and number 14 and 15, though as it is a non-static properties, we need to call with this keyword.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so our thing is without creating object, we can call non-static properties by using inheritance. Once inheritance, we no need to create any object. Okay, because See, if it is in same class, then what's the need of inherit is meant what? Take that property from parent class and keep it in this in our suppose I'm there, I'm child, where I'm having my parent class. I'm taking all the methods and I'm keeping with me. If I having with me, then then not there is no need of creating object. Okay. So any doubts on this?
Sir, without this, with the super keyword also it's possible, right, sir?
Yeah, it is possible with the super keyword also will possible.
Okay, sir.
With objects inside, suppose the some implementation inside the static method or non-static method, some implementation will not will execute or something, sir, without using the object.
Okay. You were saying about in static method if without having any code we cannot execute. You are saying like that.
No, no. Suppose that Vinod is saying that my method is the non-static method and my method too is the static method. We can call that static method inside the non-static method. Suppose I have created the object of the child class and we wanted to execute the means we wanted to execute the inside the non-static method. Then it will execute or not? Just wanted to ask you.
For
It will take it.
accessing static members into non-static member, we don't need to create any object. We can directly use that. You mean to say like
I didn't
my
get the
method?
points Anish is saying.
Yeah.
So my method, can we access that my method in this my method two method, or like
He
my
says
method two in my method?
that I guess my method too is working with this non-static method or not. That's why we implemented
It
Anish,
will
no?
work. See, both are
It
static,
is
no, so it will
static.
compatible.
Yeah. We don't need to create any object for that.
So now there is one table will be there. So static and non-static. First, static variables can access only static properties. Non-static properties can access both non-static and as well as static. Okay. Static will allows only static. Non-static will allows both static and as well as non-static. Okay. So now now leave it. So any doubts on this? So why I'm triggering this one? So what is the purpose on this particular extend parent class? Okay. Here there are two reasons. One is we should know, see, when we're implementing these type of scenario, then only should understand. You will be getting that point, exact point on what is the purpose of inheritance. And second one is, now you know about heap space, Java heap memory and stack memory.
Deep mem. Yes, sir.
So can anyone tell me what is heap memory?
Whenever we creating an object, at the time the heap memory will be allocated for that
Okay.
creating object reference.
Okay. Suppose think there is there is only 5 MB. Okay, not 5 MB. Okay, think there is a 2 GB.
Okay.
Okay. Now 2 GB data. Now if you're creating if you go and keep on creating objects.
Mm.
Okay, now let me know. So whether it may work, it will work or it may not work. Because JVM we don't have like it is not a cloud, okay, and it is not like unlimited data. It has particular data. JVM will have some particular GB, particular data. It depends upon your system. Now, if a system is 16 GB, okay,
Mm. Mm.
so it will
Okay.
the JVM will give 4 GB for each space. Now, if you keep on creating hundred of objects, then your heap memory will be full. Once your heap memory is full, then what will happen?
It will throw an out of memory error.
Yes, definitely. It throw an memory out of exception, and you will get Java heap issue. Then your code will not execute. So
Okay.
without creating an objects, if you are creating an objects, if you are accessing the methods, then the if space will contains any more method, more space. No. Uh, we cannot. So suppose there are 10 I think there are some 10 scenarios. In the 10 scenarios, if I use there is only space for 9 scenarios, 9 objects. I'm having 10 scenarios. So for each scenario, if you go and creating objects, obviously you'll get heap issue. But what you have to do without creating an object, we need to do something else. So first of all, for resolving that issue, what we should know thing is okay. So first of all, we should know why we are creating an objects. First thing, okay. So we are creating an object for calling a object non-static properties. So is there any way without creating an object, is there any way like accessing non-static properties? Yeah, by using external keywords. That's when then what I will do without creating that, I will go with this process. Then out of supposing out of 10, 6 are 6 for 6 scenarios, I just keep on extended inheritance and I keep on working on that. But that last 4 is not possible because if I inherited if I if I do inheritance, if I use extend keyword and if I am calling parent class, okay, I'm getting it will be getting multiple type inheritance, which is not possible in Java. Okay, means nothing but so in now this is child class is there. In the scenario also, what I am doing now. Now in child class extend parent class. Okay, now it is extend parent class. Now in 10th scenario also, I need to extend parent class if I want to access this method. Okay, for that we can use child class. That is not a problem. We can use child class, but child class is also extended from mother class. You can get child class or like child class and a current child class. You can come like that. But at any cost, if it's not there, it is not working. The extents. At that time, we will go in object creating an object. See, 95% will work. 5% if it is not working, you are going with object. Then we require we are having only nine object creation method space in that heap memory, but already for 5 we used extend keywords. So and again remaining 5 anyways I want to create an object. So you can create 5 objects, and that 5 objects will be storing in deep memory. And before already one there for 1 plus 5 6 means still 4 are remaining. So you will not get any Java page issue. Uh, Now if you're following this type of approach, now if you're not following this approach, there are 10 objects. So already one object is there. So there is a only possible to create only 9 objects, but that scenario will be failed because when creating 10th object, there is no space. Already one is there, 9 is completed. We are having only 10 object space. For 10 objects only we are having space. Okay. So it may get an exception. So this is the way this is the reason why we are going for this extent. Okay. And okay, that is for extents. Okay. Now, if someone come and ask you, so you know about listeners. So I only came. Okay, you listen about you learned listeners. Now I'll come and tell you. So did you guys implemented any listeners in your project?
So you are asking
So
me?
no, this is for
Yes, sir.
all.
I suit listener and I test listener.
Okay, okay. So sorry, not listeners. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. Uh, the thing is, interface. So everyone knows about interface, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Anyone implemented that particular interface?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. In which way you guys are implemented the interface?
With the
We
help of runner
use,
classes.
yes, sir.
With the
We
help of
Mhm.
implemented in two,
with the
three
help of
scenarios
runner
as
classes.
We
single
implemented one
inter.
interface with multiple classes, and we implemented single interface with single class with a single implemented class.
Apart from that, that is a normal things. Apart from that,
And
anywhere dealings with interface. Apart from interface, while learning interface, you guys are coming with some logics. Okay, creating two interface. Okay,
Two
and
interface in single
doing
class.
implementation or creating two interface one class. We're
Yes, sir.
coming
Yes,
with that.
yes, sir. We
Apart
did
yes,
from
sir.
that.
that,
Yes.
any implement like anywhere you guys use an interface.
Apart from that means what you are expecting? We don't know, sir.
No, you guys are work with. So for interface, you guys are use it for only these things. Suppose Vinith is there, he was written some Chrome browser, Edge browser, written some browsers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here you have implemented the interface. So apart from anywhere, so you have worked with the TestNG. Now we are going to work with Selenium. So
No, no,
anywhere
sir.
like that, anywhere did you use
Li-
listeners the interface?
Listeners interface we are using, sir. Listeners, I suit listeners, and I retry analyzer. Those things we are using for using that unimplemented methods
Yes.
or
So
overriding the unimplemented.
whenever you say what are the interface you have done with what are the what are other so in our project, so did you guys implemented an interface in your project means, so the first answer you should get like, so yes, first you should get yes, you should not know, because without interface there will not, there will not be any project. Okay, if you take our framework, in our framework, so we are we are using iTest NG listeners, which are like on start, on test skip, on finish, on skip, on test fail with succeed percentage. We are having multiple methods. We are using this method. Now we need to override particular methods, because we need to do something. Okay, at on start I have to do something. In on test start I have to do something. In on test in on failure I should do something. If you want to do something means you should write some logic. If you want to do some logic means you should implement those methods. Yeah, so if you see this one, so public wide can you go back to test engine listeners test, or like listeners practice. See, now I want to do something in on test start. Okay, like uh, calling the reports, or calling starting the video recording, or like starting web browser or mobile. I want to launching any mobile application, launching Chrome web application, launching desktop application. Okay, we need to do something else on start or on test start. We write some code. So for that we are using I test engine listeners and I suit listeners. So here the thing is, what are the difference between implements and the extents?
Implements means we are implement the interface within class, and we can extend the interface to interface, but we cannot implement interface to interface.
Okay. So that's the difference between extend and implements. Okay. So I think so you guys understood about inheritance.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So should I stop my screen?
Okay. Yeah, you can stop sharing screen. So now we'll go to, so this is the about, oops, mostly we'll go for interface and inheritance. We'll go for listeners. Okay. So now there is an application where I need to store. Okay, there are in an application. I think on that day you guys see some application. There we are having a name, job type, email ID, address. We're having like 25 or like on that day we see like for loop, inner for loop, outer for loop. Did you guys remember that particular topic?
Yes,
During
sir.
the pagination, we will apply the get text, and for one loop for applying the pagination, and for that getting the text.
Now tell me. So now I want to. So there are like so think that is only think only one page is there. No end up going to two pages for this scenario. There is one page. In that I'm having 25 data, 25 datas, either job, like name, job type, email ID, address. Think there are four. Now I want to if I print, so I want to get the text, all the text, and I want to print in my console. Okay, print. I want to print in my console. What I want to print means I want to print all the names. So what is the approach you guys are going to take here? Okay, let me. Okay, so let me check that application is there or not with me. So if you take this is the screen, like okay. So now this is the name, job title, company name, contact details is there. So now I want to, so I want to get this all the text. This one, this. Okay. Now suppose on the day I said like if I use the dot get text method, you'll be getting this text. Okay, you'll get this text, and there are like 25. Okay, I want to so you are storing this 25, this 25, this 25, this 25. Okay, no, you return logic nested for loop by using nested for loop, or nested for loop by for this pagination also using nested for loop. Now pagination is not there, so no need of that nested for loop. I want only this 25. So now you are getting that all the text. I want that all the text. Now if I want to print names, so what is your approach? If I want to print
Sir,
name, if I want to print name, I should get name. If I want to print title, I should get only title. If I get name, company name, I should get company name.
Sir, every iteration we try to get each item name, whatever things we need. Those, for suppose name, some title, like that.
Okay, so I want only name. I don't want title, company name now. I want to see. I want to get all the name, title, company, but I want to print only name.
Get text will apply on the name only.
And
No, but see, question, listen to the question, correctly. I want to get the text from name, and I want to get the name, title, company, all, see, it's all rows. I want, okay, I want to get the text. So I'm getting the text, I'm storing, but while printing, I want only name. While printing, I only title. Sometimes I want title, sometimes I want company, I want name. So did you guys understood the question?
yes, sir. Randomly, one time ID, one time name, one time
No, if
some other.
that only. So tomorrow I will come and say you can print title. Def tomorrow I will come and say print name. Today I can say come and print companies. Okay, so okay, now leave it that. Now before getting the text. Okay, so once you get the text, you have to store it somewhere, right? Now the data is in UI, but we need to get in our code. If we want get in our code, so we are using get text. If I use get text, I will get this Vivek Binder, I will get the Vivek Binder text. So wherever if I getting something, if I return it, so get text will return that particular text. If I use that get text, so I will return that text. So where I will store that particular thing
In some variable.
in some variable. Okay. So now I'm having this 25 data. Now where in which variable I have to store it?
Using array, we can use it.
Using array, sir.
Arrays.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow if it is 25, 24, then it will get the exception, right? Out of bound exception.
List
can use
we
list.
can use.
Array list or listing.
This you should get that starting. First of all, when I say this one, see, there are multiple data is there. I want to store multiple data. Immediately should get, you should use list. So what are the names the text? I should, what I have to do? I have to store all the name text. These are all the text. These are the persons I have to store in one list. These all I should store in one list. These all things I should store in one list. These all things I should store in one list. These all things one I store in one list. So that if I print this particular list variable, I will get this thing. If I print this particular list variable, I will get these all things. Okay. Now tell me how you guys are storing this particular name in that list. You guys are using something for that day. There is a for loop. This is not about. Okay, tell me. So on that day I showed that it's like for loop. Okay. In this by using this for loop, so in this for loop, so you are saying there is a get text method. Okay, and leave it. Anyways, so you guys are not competed about that methods, right? Clicks and keys methods.
We tried, sir.
No, sir. No.
Okay.
No, sir, not yet.
Okay, then I think so. Tomorrow, I think Mayor Amitabh, so we'll be covering that particular methods. So after that methods, I will come with this point. Okay. Okay. Any doubts till now? So